Oh, hi. Hey, I just woke up. No, I didn't. I've actually been up since, crack of dawn. How's everybody doing? This is the beginning of the 17th of Never. My apologies. The space is a mess. But you know what? We've got an awesome show happening. So thank you very much for tuning in. This is our event to raise awareness for the homeless crisis. I'm DJ D Phoenix and hanging with you guys for the next, well, quite a few hours. So anyway, what do I want to say? I want to say thank you very much for tuning in. MTR Project, Men Without Hats, a full show of stuff happening today. So anyway, good times. We got a couple commercials and then the show. So don't go anywhere, don't you know? All right, here we are. And be joined by DJ Dinosaur here in a little while, as well as Sister Fu from Alabama, and Special First Class Diggler from Hook, Line, and Thinker will be in with us, as well as Alicia and Meg, who will be speaking on behalf of the homeless community today. So good stuff happening. Don't go anywhere. Let's see what we got going on. Maybe I should get a video going. What do you think? We've had all this time to do our stuff and now we're just waiting for me. So go figure. All right, guys. Let's see. What are we going to start with? Oh, well, you can't have a good show without a few commercials, right? I think that's what they said. So what do we want to watch? I don't know. Let's see. Oh, I know. You're just like, oh my God, dude, what are you doing? Where are we? Where are we? It's not on there. I had a special commercial all for you guys, and it's not on there. Go figure. Well, you know what? Then we'll just do this. All right. Guess what? It's showtime.
Tel Records presents 25 polka greats. 25 of the greatest polka hits ever collected on one LP. Beer Barrel Polka. Pennsylvania Polka. Too Fat Polka. She's too fat for me. To Tavern in the Town. Hoop-de-doo. Ohio Polka. These famous hits and many more are played by the all-time greats. Frankie Yankovic, the Polka
Did you have
King,
this one?
Byron Floyd,
I did.
and others. No Polka LP is complete without the Six Fat Dutchman and the Liechtensteiner Polka. The Champagne Polka. Don't miss this exciting
People are probably
opera.
wondering why
25 of
it's
the
a
greatest
polka
polkas
festival.
ever to be
Well, it's
assembled
not a
on one
polka
LP,
festival.
only
And if it were,
$3.99.
well, we'd all
This
be in
wonderful
polka
album
outfits.
available at all People's Drugs, Woolworths, and Sears, only $3.99.
$3.99. That is an absolute steal. How can you not rush right out today and go get that? Oh my gosh, where's Dinosaur when I need him? Oh, now I really want a polka. How about you? Yeah, no. I think we need another commercial is what I think. Yeah, whatever. You know what? This is not what did I want to say? This is not, well, it's nothing for kids, that's for sure. Kids, look away.
Hey, kom eens Ruffeland, welkom allemaal. Ja, kom eens Ruffeland, een land van pracht en blauw.
Hi, this is Drew from Strange Advance, and you're going to hear us on the 17th of Never, Saturday, April 17th, 12 noon with DJ D Phoenix.
Ow! Rock and roll.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Yo, this is WFX and you're listening to Neo Retro FM. Keep it locked.
Ow! Rock and roll.
Stop the hate, stop the madness, start loving yourselves, start loving each other. This world used to be amazing where people cared about everybody, and now everybody only cares about themselves and trying to hurt everybody else. It's not about what you can get, it's what we can achieve as a unit. We can do it, we can be better, we can make this world a better place again. It starts with one person. One small act of kindness can change the world. Remember that.
Hey everyone, it's Ty Wolf here. I'm excited to be teaming up with The Groove Zone and DJ D Phoenix once again. We're throwing an online event on April 17th to help raise awareness for the ever-growing homeless crisis here in Washington, across the country, and all around the world. This event will feature musical performances from myself, from other local West Coast musicians, and it will also feature some fun guest appearances too.
Well, unfortunately, it won't be featuring Ty Wolf live today because Ty was not available to be live. However, Sorrow of Painting with Ty Wolf is performing later today, so don't go anywhere. I want to say thank you real quick to the artists that have taken part in this. MTR Project Totally Rocks. Actually, I think there's involvement by all the artists that were scheduled to perform, with the exception of one. So that's actually not bad at all. Actually, this whole thing turned out really well. I'm pretty impressed, and that's not saying an awful lot. Anyway, thanks, Ty. I appreciate that little blip there a second ago. Guys, we're going to just kind of keep going on with the stream, and we'll interject as we can. Like I said, I'm just waiting for Dinah Shore. We've revived her, and she'll be back with us from the dead here in a little while. No, I'm waiting for Dinosaur to show up, and once he does, watch out. And Sister Fu, of course, too. Gosh, it's kind of like Dr. Seuss, isn't it? Not really. So, don't really have an awful lot of banter at this moment. Oh, hey, by the way, if you didn't already know, Neo Retro is back up and running as of this morning. So cool stuff. One of the artists that you'll hear on Neo Retro is this guy right here from SOLEIL, Washington. My buddy, my pal. This is a sneak peek from Leviticus, especially for you guys. It doesn't even drop until May 1st, but he gave us the authority and the AOK to do this for you here. So without further ado, this is the world premiere. The video isn't the right one. I had to kind of put some stuff together, but the song, nobody's heard this yet except for you guys. Welcome to Leviticus land. This is Farm We Go, right here on the 17th of Never. Ow!
I don't need to open beers, start open steers. It's time for facing all my fears, stop wasting years. I don't need to go to town on my way around. I just need a couple cows and when that couple thou. I don't need to smoke the dank or the sticky green to get the cow straight blank with the biggest string. I don't even need a phone to get in my zone. I just need to be alone, pray to the throne. Put your phone down. Yeah, I don't wanna roll to the bar we know, so to the farm we go. Trying not to smoke, need a little bit of DC on through Friday when I roll. I wanna get the buckle, but I know I need the fuel. Climbing up a mountain and I'm climbing like a mule. Trucks running top notch, burning out cops watch. When they pull me over, people stare at what the fox caught. Got a soft spot for all my different animals. I won't front and stay the hunting for the mountain wolves. For some on the weekend, it's sipping on mimosa time. For me, it's different, dipping to the Ponderosa Pines. For my buddy's birthday party, I'm supposed to find. Guess I will not make it, cause somebody must have sold the signs. We already made it to the mountains, ain't no turning back. Start picking up sticks, fix a fire, might as well burn this map. And wearing a mask just so I can get around makes me feel like that I never go to town.
Don't wanna go
crowded city, don't wanna go. Where my phone gets service, don't wanna go. Where we can't play guitar, don't wanna go. To the honky tonk bar, don't wanna go. I won't here stay. Ain't gonna wait for the shirt in my way. You don't need a drink tonight. I might need a smoke. Stop and slip on out to the countryside. Grab my rope, to the farm we go. Farm we go.
Oh gosh, I don't want to play that one again. I do. That just totally rocks. Great crossover hit. That was Leviticus out of SOLEIL, Washington, a young rap artist that I connected with about 12 years ago, actually. And I watched his career come up. Awesome, awesome track. You know what? Actually, I think that's what we're going to do. I think we're going to go back. How's that? Replay. Once again, kids, this is Leviticus. Farm we go. Ow!
Yeah. I don't need to open beers, start open steers. It's time for facing all my fears, stop wasting years. I don't need to go to town on my way around. I just need a couple cows and when that couple thou. I don't need to smoke the dank or the sticky green to get the cow straight blank with the biggest string. I don't even need a phone to get in my zone. I just need to be alone, pray to the throne. Put your phone down. Yeah, I don't wanna roll to the bar we know. So to the farm we go. I'm not gonna roll. Don't wanna go. I won't here stay. Ain't gonna wait for the shirt in my way. You don't need a drink tonight. Not trying to smoke. Time to slip on out to the countryside and grab my rope to the farm we go. I'd rather not drink, trying not to smoke. Need a little bit of G till until Friday when I roll. I wanna get the buckle, but I know I need the fuel. Climbing up a mountain and I'm climbing like a mule. Trucks running top notch, burning out cops watch. When they pull me over, people stare at what the fox caught. Got a soft spot for all my different animals. I won't run and stay the hunting for the mountain wolves. For some on the weekend, it's sipping on mimosa time. For me, it's different, dipping to the Ponderosa Pines. For my buddy's birthday party, I'm supposed to find. Guess I will not make it, cause somebody must have sold the signs. We already made it to the mountains, ain't no turning back. Start picking up sticks, spits of fire, might as well burn this map. And wearing a mask just so I can get around. Makes me feel like that I never go to town. Don't wanna go. I won't here stay. Ain't gonna wait for the shirt in my way. You don't need a drink tonight. Not trying to smoke. Time to slip on out to the countryside and grab my rope to the farm we go. Farm we go. Back to the overcrowded city, don't wanna go. Where my phone gets service, don't wanna go. Where we can't play guitar, don't wanna go. To the honky tonk bar, don't wanna go. I won't here stay. Ain't gonna wait for the shirt in my way. You don't need a drink tonight. I might need a smoke. Time to slip on out to the countryside and grab my rope to the farm we go. Farm we go.
So we've got an event coming up, and actually there's 3 points that I'm going to hit with you real quick, and then I'll get a word to the world and a song request, and we'll call it good. But 3 different areas that I want to hit on. First of all, I'd like you to think about, but it depends on what kind of time frame you've got. We're doing an event on the 17th of next month called the 17th of Never, and it's to raise awareness for the homeless crisis. And I would love for Leviticus to take part if you're available by doing a pre-recorded piece that we can show that day. By the way, we just went video, so now everything is going to be video from now on. So,
oh heck yeah, that's cool.
About darn time. Anyway, so yeah, and you and I can talk a little bit more about that between now and then. But I'm curious because it's been years since I've been up into Sela. What is your guys' homeless situation like up there? Is there any at all to speak of, or?
Well, we're just about 7 minutes right outside of Yakima. And the thing is, there is very few homeless in Sela, but I hate to say it, but they don't last very long in Sela. It's a high kept up town. I don't know what happens, but once, some of the, some people holding signs and people homeless, they start venturing into Sela right outside of Yakima.
Okay.
I don't know what happens, but cops pick them up, they disappear, and it's just one of those things, man. Yakima is full of it. There's homeless everywhere. It's a bad time right now. I mean, it's just insane, the amount of people and teens and kids that are even homeless, and it's unfortunate. The church is doing the best we can for outreach, making a big difference with food, shelter, you name it. But yeah, as far as Sela, it's kind of hard to tell because, they don't allow people to just, hang out on the sidewalk and so you don't see much in Sela, but just right over the bridge, that's First Street of Yakima, and that's where the homeless shelter is at. And, it's just right there around the corner.
Okay. I didn't realize that Sela was that close to Yakima. For some reason, I thought you guys were tucked up in the mountains, but I guess not then.
Close, but not close enough. Wish I was closer out there.
Well, actually, then this is a good segue because when you say that you're not sure what happens to them, well, I've got maybe.
Now a word from our sponsors.
It tastes good like a cigarette should.
Now it's Miller time.
Miller High Life, because your beer is the second most important decision you'll ever make.
Experience the new alternative.
And in case you're wondering, this is our Dad About Town segment. This is a new show that we've got on. This is our actually the second episode, but it's Dad About Town. It's about a kind of a Gen X age dad with 3 adult kids, none of which, well, I think one's living at home. Anyway, a little bit out of touch, but fun stuff. So don't go anywhere. Check it out. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, good Lord. What happened?
I took my cues from you.
What?
Because
I was on here before you were on here, man.
No, I mean from the last time I hung out with Dad About Town. I've been wearing this around my ankles and around my wrist.
Okay.
Yeah. I just I had the whole white thing going on,
I actually like that.
I'll let you borrow it.
Yeah, usually from the time we spent together, usually you're in darker tones.
The opposite of this.
Yeah.
And there's white. Well, because black clothes matter, and so but I didn't have. They're all being washed at the moment. Hey, rock and roll, kids! Guess what? It is the second time that I bumped into Dad. No, not my dad, but the dad, Yoda Dad. We got Dad About Town.
What's up? Hey,
what up, Joe? Hey, mister. How are you?
Good to see you. Hey, good to see part of you. Anyway, I mean, you look better than I've seen you in years. Actually, with the mask. Hey, I'm glad that you adopted the mask. Did I have any influence on this?
Totally.
Really?
From the day that we had our last conversation, I've done nothing but wear this. I don't know, 24/7 6. No, 23-7. 23-7. There we go. 23.
Well, I mean, even God took a day off, man. So 24-6, I think, is very fair.
So okay, so 24-6 instead of 23-7. Okay, well, whichever. Now I've got to lie about it. So thank you for that.
Right on.
So hey, how was Easter? Did you have a good one?
Yeah, Easter was good. I think I may have told you before when we talked. My kids are all older now. My youngest is 19. But it's funny, even as they get older, they still, have certain expectations around the holidays. So it's like, well, Dad, are we gonna do an Easter egg hunt? I was like, no. That obligation ended when you were 18 years old.
You're out.
I thought that was understood. It's like, well, I mean, Grandma and Grandpa did one for us last year, and I was like, well, Grandma and Grandpa love you more than I do. I also thought that was clear. Did we not have that talk? Because
it took 19 years for you to figure this out.
Right. I thought all of our actions had made that abundantly clear, but evidently not. No. So, and the funny thing about that is, it doesn't end with Easter. Valentine's Day as well.
Are you?
I never really, I really never celebrated that with my kids. When I was married, of course, you get chocolates, you get flowers, you do whatever. But the kids are expecting like candy and stuffed animals and toys and stuff. And it's like,
hello.
Yeah, I'm not having sex with you.
Oh, no.
So that's not an obligation on my part. That's one thing about being single. There's certain holidays and things that you don't have to stress about anymore. And Valentine's Day is one of those. So give me a break. Let me have a day off. It's one of the few benefits of being single. That and the lack of sex, those are the only two great things about it, man. So give it to me.
Well, I think that's what they're trying to do. I think they're trying to give it to you. And there are just some holidays that come along that you don't have to have sex on, I can think of several holidays that I don't necessarily want to have sex on. How in the world did we get here?
No, wait. I like this. What are the holidays? Give me just one or two that
I don't
you
want
would
to
absolutely not have sex on.
No sex on Halloween. Halloween
Really?
is out. Yeah, no. I don't care how cool the party was and how great she looks in her like gothic, Vampirella outfit.
Yeah.
Ain't doing it, or him for that matter, either way. I don't want to do no, at 12:01 on November 1st, totally fine. Halloween night up until midnight, no. I don't want there to be I don't want there to be any transmissions happening while all the ghosts and goblins are out floating around. I don't need Damien on my hands, man. I've got enough of those in my life as it is,
Hey, you don't have to convince me, man. I mean, I've never been a big fan of having. Well, I've never been a big fag either. But I've also never been a big fan of having sex on Flag Day.
Flag Day.
With all the pageantry and things going on, you've got flags all over the place. Who can concentrate on coitus?
There's enough ceremony in exactly, and there's enough ceremony in life as it is anyway. Who needs to have the combination of like Flag Day ceremony stuff and romance happening simultaneously? I don't,
Right.
In fact, I wish that they would, if they're going to erase history, let them erase some.
The best money manager in the world.
Let them erase some of this stuff for God's sakes, yes, like Great Grandparents' Day is an awesome holiday, or is it one of those like kind of distantly, maybe not great grandparent, maybe it's Great Grandparents' Neighbors' Day. That's what the card was that I saw at Hallmark last week. Could not believe it.
So, first question, you're still going to the Hallmark store? I thought they went the way of Blockbuster, but hey, dude, more power to you. It's a great store for cards and candles. The other thing that I would
see the red and white here. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, what else? Yeah.
The other thing I would say, especially about Halloween. I mean, you got a gut full of candy. you know, there's certain things, you know, you're not gonna feel your sexiest after you've just like gorged on Halloween candy, or for that matter, Thanksgiving's another one. Dude, I can't get off the couch after dinner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let alone perform.
So it's not just one or two then. You know what? I think one of these days, Dad, we need to like maybe just sit down and like map out all of because, you know, there's probably a good 75 holidays throughout the year. And I noticed, you know, holiday, it's actually an extension off of holy day. How in the world does a teacher get a holy day? Unless, you know, they're like the teacher, like the teacher.
Yeah.
You know, who created these holidays? You know, that calendar right there. Look at all those. Just one right. Oh, and there's more after that. Ain't gonna do it. I think we should find out, though, excuse me, as my thing falls off my face, how many holidays there are that you really shouldn't have sex on. I know one day.
Well, yeah.
What was that?
That will take a little bit of thought, because there's so many holidays that you don't even think of. And how hard can it be to get rid of some of those holidays you're talking about? I mean, we've basically done away with Columbus Day with good reason, you know, but that didn't take an act of Congress. We kind of just said, okay, you know, we're going to go to work that day. We're going to go to school that day. Screw it.
Right. And he probably wasn't the first one anyway, you know? So I don't, and you know, and now our history is being rewritten. This is like that Common Core math stuff that was happening a while back. Now they're rewriting our history, or at least they're taking parts out of it that they don't want. Take Groundhog Day. Take Groundhog Day. Not the movie with Bill Murray, because that was good. But take Groundhog Day. What in the heck do we need that for?
So we know when to expect spring. I mean, how else?
It's not on here. That's why there wasn't enough for it.
How else are you going to know when spring's going to happen if we don't have Groundhog's Day? Now you're just being foolish.
I know, I am. I know, and I'm talking just goofy imaginary stuff. For me, I know it's spring when I look out the window and see Burt Ward standing out there. That's the first sign, is when you see your first robin.
Dude, if you see Burt Ward standing outside your window, it better at least be 60s Burt Ward, because if it's 2020, I mean,
oh no,
bless his heart, I don't know if he's still with us, but if Burt Ward is still with us, it would be even creepier if he was outside your window, dude.
Oh my gosh, in that outfit? Oh Lord, dude, yeah. Tuck it in. No, I'm talking like 1968 Burt Ward, you know?
Oh, the hot Burt Ward?
Ow! I didn't say that. Yeah.
No one, yeah. Oh.
But that's when I know it's spring, though, you know, because he's usually out I don't know where, you know.
What operates 24 hours a day, all night? A, the hustle and bustle of Broadway. B, the appetite of every growing boy. C, MTV, the channel with all your favorite video music. The correct answer is C, all day, all night. MTV Music Television.
How many of you remember that one? I do. Oh my gosh. Has it really been that long? Oh my lordy gordy. It is about 32 minutes after the hour it is already. Anyway, that was the first part of our latest episode of Dad About Town with Jeffrey Clayrell as Dad About Town. So yeah, more music though right around the corner. Do not go anywhere. Actually, the Sorrow painting is coming up, and but I'd like DJ Duckie to say a word or two. Duckie, what do you say? Duckie.
Well, hello there. Hi, this is DJ Duckie, and I'm coming to you straight from the Groove Zone. And we of the Groove Zone crew have some very special news for you. That's right. This month we are putting on a free online concert event called the 17th of Never in order to help raise awareness of the homeless crisis. We're going to have special musical guests like the MTR Project from Seattle and Motorbone from LA and much more. We're going to have special video interviews with Men Without Hats and Strange Advance and Images in Vogue and much more. Yours truly, DJ Duckie, managed to get in on a couple of the video interviews. He's very excited about that, so you should tune in and check it all out. So, 17th of Never, be there, Saturday, April 17th, 12 noon Pacific time. Tell him DJ Duckie sent you. Thank you, and good night.
Good night. Duckie, it's not nighttime yet. Is it nighttime and I just don't know it? Cheers, Duckie. Cheers, Duckie. Ladies and gentlemen, the sorrow.
Everyone, and welcome to the Sorrow
Ty.
of Painting. I'll be your host tonight, Ty Wolf. We're going to get right into it with the music. This first one goes out to anybody who's just having a hard time in life right now. Hang in there. I promise stuff's going to get better. This song is called The Weather. once again, I have been the sorrow of painting. I would like to urge you one more time to please help join us in our cause to fight the homeless crisis here on your local level or across the world. Get involved in any way that you possibly can. This is one of my older songs. This one is called Lying in Wait. Awake, this dissatisfied
Hey, that was The Sorrow of Painting with Ty Wolf. Ty is the guy. Actually, Ty is the reason why Neo Retro was such a success. And so I totally owe it to him. Great stuff. Anyway, you can check him out on YouTube at Ty Wolf Music. So do that. Sorrow of Painting. Jovial, Reed, what's up, my friend? Didn't realize that one of Martin's or that Martin's kiddo was hanging out with us. So welcome aboard. This is fun stuff, actually. Watch me freak out just a little bit. No, I won't do that. Oh, go see Travis at Tiki Tattoo. You need some new artwork done? Great job, Atomic. It is now just about 10 minutes to the hour, and we should have Alicia on with us here in just a few, hopefully. If everything, oh, that's my boy. We should have Alicia on here with us here shortly. All it takes is 2 seconds for me to get off kilter. So I want to share something with you, though. I want to share a video file of a friend of mine from back in the day. Conrad and I go back to City Beat days back in 1986. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, Conrad has had an amazing career. He's done a number of productions of his own, and currently he has Romeo and Juliet, which I believe plays at 7 p.m. tonight online. But it's Conrad ASKLAND's Romeo and Juliet. He also was the band leader or orchestra master for two of Cirque du Soleil's shows. I want to say VIZVARY, and what was the other one? I don't know, but he's going to be really upset if I don't remember. So I'm going to have to cheat while we listen to what he has to say. Anyway, without further ado, my buddy Conrad. That homeless. The homeless situation. I don't know how much. Well, it doesn't sound like you've traveled that much then, like outside of like your immediate area since all this.
Oh, you mean during COVID?
Right. Have you?
No, I've been following the guidelines, and I have been totally isolating at home for all of COVID.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so when you've been out, and I honestly don't remember the last time, if ever, I've been up into the Mount Vernon area, but what's the homeless situation like up where you guys are at?
So it's a little outside of my knowledge area, but I can tell you the little that I do know.
From what you observe, if nothing else.
From what I know, from what I've heard, Mount Vernon is actually a destination nationally, because from what I've heard, it's a destination for the buses, and that homeless people actually come up here because it's a decent place for homeless people to live. There's a local nonprofit theater group, and this is one of the issues that they championed back in 2019. And what they did is they took the accounts of homeless people and then made that into a script. And they did a 1-hour performance at the Lincoln Theater in Mount Vernon.
Wow.
With a full house, packed house.
Wow.
And basically what I came from learning from that is a lot of these stories, people assume, oh, you did something bad, you messed up your life, you got hooked on drugs. The one thing I learned from these stories is all the stories are different, that there's not a one size fits all. Like I said, it's outside my knowledge area, so I don't know I don't know the answers. But I do know, if we're going to say we're the greatest nation on earth, which a lot of people say, shouldn't this be up on our priority list somehow?
One would think so.
That's all I know. I don't know the answers, but it should be on the top of our priority list.
Yeah, well, yeah, because the postcard that is one of the U.S. right now is not reflective of a country that really gives a shit about much at the moment.
Sadly, I agree with you. That's changing.
I know. Oh, I know.
And one of the exciting things about 2021 is we know there's a lot of work to do. Let's start doing that.
Right.
And that was very apparent to me in 2020. The hard work's coming up, but at least we can start laying out the work that we need to do.
Right. Whatever that means, to whatever that looks like. Wow. Yeah, and that's good. I mean, we don't need to go digging for skeletons that aren't under the ground on any of this. So, if you could see a link.
Viewer discretion is advised.
It was an uncertain time. How could one sleepy northwest town change everything?
Experience the new alternative.
Yo, this is Dub FX, and you're listening to Neo Retro. Big up.
Yo, this is Dub FX, and you're listening to me right here on Neo Retro FM.
Rock and roll.
Stop the hate, stop the madness, start loving yourselves, start loving each other. This world used to be amazing where people cared about everybody, and now everybody only cares about themselves and trying to hurt everybody else. It's not about what you can get, it's what we can achieve as a unit. We can do it, we can be better, we can make this world a better place again. It starts with one person. One small act of kindness can change the world. Remember that.
Hey everyone, it's Ty Wolf here. I'm excited to be teaming up with the Groove Zone and DJ D Phoenix once again. We're throwing an online event on April 17th to help raise awareness for the ever-growing homeless crisis here in Washington, across the country, and all around the world.
Be safe out there. Alright, take care.
Join us in our cause right here on the Groove Zone, April 17th. That's the 17th of never.
And now, on with the show.
From Images in Vogue, and you're watching the 17th of Never. We hope you're going to raise your awareness and compassion about homelessness and help be part of the solution.
Amen to that, brother. Yeah. Joe VIZVARY of Images in Vogue had an awesome time with him here recently. And actually, you'll be seeing a little bit more of that a little bit later in the show with DJ Duckie. Welcome aboard, guys. It is almost the first hour up of the 17th of Never. We've heard The Sorrow of Painting. We've heard some other music in there. The new release by LEVITICUSS. Thank you very much, everybody. I'm chatting with the reads on the chat zone here on the Groove Zone, and I wanted to let you know that what's happening here in just a few minutes. We need to cut this up because it's a little bit lengthy, so I'm just right about the hour. It's going to probably show on the feed that we were live, however, maybe refresh or whatever, and you may not even have to do that, but we'll be right back. It's going to not even be as long as a Kodak commercial, if you can believe that. And some of you are saying, what's a Kodak commercial? Well, good grief. I don't know. I've only got so many years to reference here, you know? All right. So with that being said, we've still got great stuff happening. Right now, an old buddy of mine, one of the DJs from here in the area from back in the day, who got out of the DJ business after a number of years and went into the comedy field and throwing productions and stuff. Cool cat. Anyway, without further ado, my buddy, this is BAURICE NELSON. BAURICE NELSON presents. You are watching the Groove Zones, the 17th of Never. Thank you very much. Talking on the 17th of Never, and it's our homeless crisis event. What is, you know, if you could like change the situation, if there was anything, what's your take on it? What do you want to see happen with this? You know, I mean, it's happening in every town USA.
That's a 5-hour answer.
I know. I want a 5-hour.
Well, I certainly don't have the answer to it. I don't have the answer to that, and there's so many different hairs to split on this that you know, I have gotten some people pretty ticked off at me with some just straightforward responses to something like that, and it's kind of hard because it's not as cold and calculated as I don't know for fact on what I'm about to say. I can only say what I see.
Exactly.
And what I see is that, first of all, if I've not been in that situation where I've lost everything and had nowhere to turn, and I'm fortunate for that. So it's hard for me to imagine or put myself in those shoes.
It's not fun.
Or you know, so I don't know, but I gotta believe that if it came to that through financial devastation, not mental health issues or drugs. So if it came to that through financial devastation, you wouldn't see me in the camps that are causing problems as far as the people that complain about the camps that are trash heaps and have people that kind of look a little bit out of their minds in them.
Right.
Why would why would you move to that? That is certain devastation to your life. That is not your path out of that. So, but that's me thinking about it from somebody that's not in that position.
Right.
Mental health is a big deal, and people that choose to use drugs, that it was a choice at one point, but then it became an addiction, and it's no longer a choice. And that's a hard thing for people to grasp. But to me, I think when you look at downtown Olympia, for example, and you see these camps that are littered and I'm talking, you know, the camps. I mean, there's just
Parkway is horrible.
Wheeler Street.
Oh my
God.
God.
So it is filthy, disgustingly horrible. And I know it's a bigger story than just that statement. So I'm sure that will immediately get somebody jumping down my throat. Oh my God. No, that's not what I'm saying. So there has to be.
We'll get his phone number out to you.
Think of it as a parent. Do you say to your kids when they're 14 to 17 and think they know how to do everything, you know, your mom and I are going to take off for a year, and you guys just take care of the house, you do whatever it is that you would do, and we're just going to make sure you have food and money so you can survive, but, you know, good luck to you. You run the house. And we go away for a year, and we come back, and there's just like a foundation left. There's like 3 babies. You know, there's 50 other people living there now because they ran it. They ran it just without consequence, responsibility, and just on their own deal. Now, some of them might do just fine, but I would speculate the majority of them would go crazy. Like, you know, the new rock star that tries cocaine for the first time, flash forward a year later, the guy's toast. You know what I mean? So it's like, downtown Olympia seems to enable bad behavior. And that's one section of it. There's another section, which is how do you effectively help people with mental health and drug addictions, and especially when they don't want to receive your help. We don't institutionalize people anymore, and it almost feels like we should for their protection, but then there's abuse to that system. So there's people that probably got institutionalized just to get rid of them because you had an avenue to get rid of somebody that way.
Right.
It's like a never-ending Pandora's box that has been opened. And but you know, we talked about Boise. Boise does not have this visible problem. They have a problem. And I'm not privileged to be, you know, I've researched this, but you don't walk around there and see the garbage side of it.
Really?
And downtown, when I'm walking around downtown there, we've walked the alleys to kind of view what was the alley like, you know, and they're as clean as the streets. And the downtown businesses we've walked into, and Boise is a much more conservative state than Washington, but Idaho. But downtown Boise kind of has, you know, it has a liberal side to it. There is, it's not, you know, people that don't go there might assume one thing, you know, there's your rainbow flags, there's your Black Lives Matter. There's people down there that definitely are not just staunch Republican conservatives. There's an array of people. And so those are mostly the people that are working in these shops. And they're the ones I've talked to when I've gone in there. Hey, how, you know, downtown is so clean. You know, Olympia, I say I'm from Seattle, and they kind of go, sorry, you know, because it's a garbage heap. And there's other problems, you know, it's outpriced itself. And I think it's Boise might be on the way to do it, stuff like that. But why is that? And they just said, well, because we enforce our laws. You know, we're not stupid. We don't want people to be homeless. We don't want, that's the mentality. We don't want it. We're not trying to group them up and throw them in the garbage can, but we don't like encourage more to come here by just giving them free food. And so for me, you ever gone to the beach and feed a seagull?
Oh yeah. Guess who's going to come back? Or
well,
not
and with 500 friends.
Yeah.
And so how do you sustain your society in your community when you're being flooded by outside people that are coming because there's free assistance here? So, but again, I'm not saying pull the rug out from underneath everybody. I just think that you have to manage stuff. So if did you just lose me?
I just lost you. That's okay.
No, I just got to get rid of this.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Good. Okay. And I know we're getting close. That's all right.
Yeah. So just there's not. I think that we need some people in charge that have compassion and common sense.
Yep.
And compassion is a big thing. I think that human beings as a human has value, and that should never be forgotten. But you have to be responsible at the same time, just like everything you do in life. So I think Olympia's lost it on some of that, and it's not helping anybody. It's not helping the residents that live here, and it's not helping the homeless community that has grown to a huge population. It has just enabled them to survive in kind of a meek existence. There's nothing really helping them get better. They're just being provided some kind of a meek, safe zone to exist. And that doesn't seem like any life either for anybody.
No, but that's what you hit it right on the head though, man. And it's basically a parallel world to ours. It's like
that's growing. That's growth.
Yeah.
And I'm sadly to say, one of the reasons I don't want to be here as much as I was before. I'm not saying bail on the problem and run away because I don't like how it's gotten, help your community. I'm all kind of about that, but I just feel like it's sort of,
Is it a losing battle?
Well, it's probably not a losing battle. It's and I don't know if battle's the right term, but it's just it's just like, somebody threw the captain off the ship a long time ago and the thing's still going full speed in every direction.
And don't know how to run it.
And you want, you get somebody that stands up and says, hey, we should go this way. Then you get a bunch of people that shout that person down. Oh my God, you're racist, or you're some kind of a phobe. You're some kind of a phobe for saying anything other than let everybody exist. And that's, I don't think what most people are saying that are critical of the way things are going. I think they would just like to have some kind of handle on what's going on. And I think that you're seeing people leave Olympia because of that, and this lack of deal. And I'm definitely one of them that just, wants to.
Oh, yes. You remember that one? I love it. Oh, what did we do with our old K-Tel albums? Any of you that have them, hang on to them. There's worth some money. All right, so we're going to end this portion of it. Don't go anywhere. We're playing a commercial, and we will be right back with you. So thank you for tuning into the 17th of Never. I'm DJ D Phoenix, coming to you live from Olympia, Washington. DJ Dinosaur, well, he should be here pretty soon. We weren't able to get a hold of Alicia yet, so hopefully later in the show. However, special first class Diggler will be in with me here in just a little bit. So from Hook, Line, and Thinker. It's getting a little bright out there, kids. So get your sunglasses on. We're ready to rock here in just a minute. Don't go anywhere. Stay on the page. See you in just a minute. DJ D Phoenix over and out. Yes, of course.